I think training really needs to reflect how you want to play the game. So actually have an understanding of how you want to play and where you want to get the game looking like, and then strip it back from there. So don't do anything at training for the sake of it. So definitely building your training session. So after your warm up, it's a focus on skill development. It might be closed skills, so you get that repetition in and high volume. And then you start to build in. So you might do some closed skill kicking. Then you might do some open game sense kicking. Then you might go closed skill hands and then open that up. So you're actually building on what you're doing. I think at junior level, really important, if you go into any game sense, actually have a fundamental focus. So you might just do a little contested hands grid where it's 5v2 keepings off. But before you do that, just spend some time working on some body work or ground ball or quick hands, so the players actually have an idea of what they should be working on and what you're looking for. So don't just throw a drill and assume that the group know what you're after. Actually break it down a little bit beforehand and then throw it in. And then you'll actually start to see some real benefit and growth in that area. But yeah, having a balance of skill development and then some game sense and decision making, because you could be a perfect kick in some lane work, but all of a sudden you throw a defender in and a few decisions to make, and then it changes completely. So making sure you're getting skill development, but then training's reflecting game day as well.
So you've got to, I guess, know what you're trying to teach, and then depending on, again, the skill, it's quite a broad question, depending on the skill level of your players, stripping it back. So starting off with the basic skill, so keep it sort of more closed drill, and then start to open it up in order to progress it. So you're starting with the basic skills, and once they understand that, then you're starting to add elements of decision making. And then once again, that progresses into opening up so that there's more of a game sense, more of a match simulation, depending on the levels that you're working with in terms of skill level. But you start small, and then when you think they understand it, then you start to progress it, open it up.
Yeah, I suppose your training sessions vary according to what stage of your season you're in. Obviously, in season you've got a recovery phase and probably and also a review phase that you want to get your learnings out of. Pre-season's probably a bit more fitness based, getting some game sense drills in so the guys are understanding the game plan and can execute it. So I think the training's obviously really important, particularly at a club level when you get the guys to 3.5, 4 hours a week to really prioritise. So my key thing would be prioritise what you're trying to get. I mean, coaching at club level, I was always, okay, what did we potentially we could work on from the week before, maybe have a component of that in there, and also look at your opposition coming up and where you think you can maybe have some strengths and train around that area and drill that into the guys to potentially get the result that you want that week.
I think you've got to incorporate all those sort of things, but it's really critical to micro-group it. What really frustrates me also is another element of junior coaches. They might have 3 footies, 24 boys, one boy touches it once every 8 minutes in a drill, for example, when you've got an hour to train them with. They've got school to go to, they've got other probably activities that they do during the week, whether it be swimming or basketball. On the weekend, families got things to do what families want to do. So when you've got them, you've got to make sure that hour is purposeful and you do it for a reason. I like micro-group training when you're dealing with kids. So you might have 4 groups of 6. They might have 6 footies amongst that group. You might have 3 footies amongst the 6 players, so it's 1 between 2 players. All those types of things I think is really important to make sure they get confident in ball handling skills, but also more importantly about their self-belief in that 22. We know at every level you play, there's the stars of your show. But that team is only going to be as strong as the weakest link. So if you can upskill him to make out that young player be a part of the senior or the group of 22, he feels confident in himself, he believes in his ball handling skills, he feels like he's accepted within the group. The other important thing is if he can handle the ball as much as the best player does, there has to be rapid growth in his performance. So I think when you do game sense drills, the stars hog the ball. And it's not their fault, it's just they know where to go, know how to get it, know how to win it. But if you drill it back and you create a micro-group mentality, the lesser skilled player becomes upskilled pretty quickly if you share the load.